Okay, so either the day that this comes out or the day before, I posted a cover on this channel of Too Close by Sarah Chloe, so if you'd like to check that out before you watch this video, feel free. But today is going to be a tutorial of how I played that. And before we go anywhere with this video, I just want to say that this tutorial is in no way how to actually play the song like the right way. This is just the way that I played it and how I found was just easiest for me to do. So it could be little things like if it's the wrong key, which you can just put a capo on and then that should fix it right up, or it could be something like a completely wrong chord, which if it is a wrong chord, feel free to comment it and I'll pin it so that other people can find it and know what the right chord is. Anyways, a while ago I did get a request to do a tutorial of this song and I figured I should do a cover first, but I'm just really sorry it took me this long to get around to it. Here's the lovely person that did comment that. If any of you guys have requests of either covers or tutorials or just videos in general that you want me to do, then feel free to comment them and I'll try my best to get them done. As always, I'm going to try to put a link in the description that has the chords that I actually got this from, so if any of you prefer to read it than listening to a video, then it's going to be there for you. And with that being said, let's just get into it. I will say the original chords that I could find were all a little bit challenging, and I wanted to make this a little bit easier for people who maybe are starting out on ukulele, or just me because I haven't practiced in a while. So I ended up transposing it +1, which if you don't know what that means, it basically means it changes the key of what you're playing so that when you're playing it, all the chords are going to be different, but if you just put a capo on, it should change it back to the original key. So basically it's just this magic button that gives you easier chords. I actually didn't put a capo on, but I don't think it matters that much. So if you ever need to find an easier way to play something, you can always transpose it and then put a capo on, and same for if you need something to fit your range, feel free to put a capo on anything and it'll pretty much make it easier for you. You just have to find what works for you. But the chords that I used were A, B flat minor, D, D minor, F, and G. And for those of you who still might be learning chords, I'm going to go over each of them now. First one is A, which sounds like this. And I'm not that great at describing chords, so I'm just going to put a picture here and hopefully that'll help you out. But it's my pointer finger on 1st fret 2nd string, and then my middle finger on that top string on the 2nd fret. And just so we're all on the same page, I am going strings down 1, 2, 3, 4. The second chord is going to be B flat, which sounds like this. And it's going to be your pointer finger on the 1st fret for these bottom 2 strings, and then the 2nd fret on the 2nd string with your middle finger, and the 3rd fret on the top string with your ring finger. Again, pictures here because I'm bad at explaining. Third one is going to be B flat minor, which is the same thing as B flat, except you're going to move this pointer finger so that it's on all 3 of these strings. And it'll probably help if you use your middle finger as support to just make sure you're pressing down on all 3 of those strings, which sounds like this. And then you're going to play D major, which is just the top 3 strings on the 2nd fret, sounds like this. D minor, which is where you just move your pointer finger over to the 1st fret, sounds like this. And then F is basically going to be the same thing as D minor, but without that middle string. So it's going to be the 1st fret for the 3rd string, and then the 2nd fret for the top string. And then finish it off with G, which sounds like this. And G is going to be the 2nd fret for the 2nd and 4th strings, and then the 3rd string on the 3rd fret. I'm sorry if that's a lot, I hope the pictures help. Alright, so the song is split into the intro, the verse, the chorus, and then an outro, which is basically the same thing as the intro. So the intro actually starts off without words, it's kind of when she's just going, woo! For that, it's going to be F, D, B flat, G. You're going to repeat that twice. So it's going to be like this. F, D, B flat, G.
F, B flat, G.
You repeat that twice, and after the second time you go into D minor, B flat minor. And I like to use just normal downstrokes for that. And then you pause, and then you go into the first verse. So the verse is going to repeat these 4 chords. It's going to be F, A, D minor, and then B flat, which is like this. F, A, D minor, B flat, F, A, D minor, B flat. And you're gonna cycle through those 4 chords 4 times before you switch the set of 4. That is a lot of 4s. But yeah, so it would be like this.
F,
Bring in party favors, dollar bills,
D minor,
rolled nice and neat.
B flat,
Party boy, you took
A,
too much, it's
D
time
minor,
for you to leave.
B flat.
And then you change it. And what it changes to is going to be F, D minor, B flat, G, which sounds like this. F, D minor, B flat, G. F, D minor, B flat, G. You just go through that twice, which altogether, including that little change between the chords, is going to sound like this. Party boy, you took
A,
too much, it's
D
time
minor,
for you to leave.
B,
Then it changes. I want
F,
to want you,
D
baby,
minor,
but you're making
flat,
it so hard. I try
F,
to bite the bullet
minor,
and just
B
take
flat,
you as you
G.
are. And then you get into the chorus, which the chorus repeats the same 4 chords the whole way through. It's going to be F, A, B flat minor, which just goes like this. F, A, B flat minor.
F,
You get
A,
too close,
B
take
flat,
the ones I
B flat
love the
minor,
most, and
F,
I think it's time
A,
for you to go.
B flat,
And you just repeat
B
that
flat
for the whole
minor.
chorus. Then you're back at another verse, which is going to have the same chord cycle of F, A, D minor, and B flat. And again, you're going to cycle through those 4 chords 4 times. Then this is the only part that's a little bit different. It's when she's saying, you're so unsure, you're so afraid, don't tell me to listen when you got nothing to say. And the chords for that are going to be G, D minor, B flat minor. And again, I like to do just straight downstrokes for those. It's kind of the same as the intro where it's supposed to have a little bit more intensity than the other parts, so I just go straight to the downstrokes, which would sound something like this. You're so unsure, you're so afraid, that's D minor. Don't tell me to listen when you got nothing to say. And obviously I did strum a little bit different there just by emphasizing different parts of the line. So, you're so unsure, it's all down. You're so afraid, it's all down. Don't tell me to listen when you got nothing to say. You just put the emphasis on don't tell me to listen when you got nothing to say. And then you switch back to the chorus. And that little transition sounds like, you're so unsure, you're so afraid. Don't tell me to listen when you got nothing to say.
F,
You get
A,
too close. And one thing I will mention that when you're doing the whole don't tell me to, you can either do that by like physically muting the strings with your hand, or you can just slightly lift up on the strings with this hand. I'm not sure how well you can see, but if I strum and then lift it up so that all my fingers are still on the strings, but they're muting them. So whichever way is easier for you, you can either go, or you can just, and you go through that chorus again, it's going to be the same exact thing as the first time, and then it transitions into what it just came from. Goes back into the so unsure, you're so afraid, and the transition back into that would sound something like this. I
F,
think it's time
A,
for you to go.
B flat minor,
You're so unsure, you're so afraid, don't
flat,
tell me to listen when you
B flat
got
minor.
nothing to say. I will mention that in the chorus, I do change up the strumming just a little bit. I go, I think it's time for you to go. Down, 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 up, down. So that's just on the B flat minor, just to spice it up a little bit. So then once you finish the words, you get into the outro, which is just the same chords as the beginning. It's just F, D, B flat, G, and it's back to the and you're gonna cycle through those 4 times, and then you're done with the song. And if you want to go listen to how it sounds as a whole, or maybe you want to learn it and then play it with me, I do have the cover on my channel. If you want to go watch that, you can play with it, you can slow it down and actually watch specifically what I'm doing. If something here didn't make much sense, maybe it'll help you to see it in the actual song. Along with that, the link will be in the description that has the chords that I got this from. I'm really sorry if this video seems at all rushed. I feel like I was just speeding through all of it. I think part of it is just because this was requested so long ago, and I feel really bad, and I feel like it's not going to be good enough, so I know if I don't rush through it, I'm going to end up never posting it because I'm going to feel like it's not going to be good enough for the weight that it was. So if you are the person that requested it, I'm really sorry that it's late. I hope this helped you, and if it didn't, then feel free to comment and I'll try my best to clear stuff up. I'm just trying to get through all of the stuff that I've been putting off that people requested because I feel so bad that I haven't been keeping up with it. If you do want to see any of my covers or my tutorials or just any other videos of me, feel free to check out this channel or my second channel, and you can subscribe to either one. It helps me out. Along with that, if you do want to see me on any other social media, it's just Riverbend on any platform. Instagram, TikTok, also any other music platforms. And I think that's all I have for this video. Like I said, if there's anything that needs to be clarified or anything that I maybe said wrong that you want to correct, feel free to tell me in the comments. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.